Everybody, just wanted to share a quick video about my favourite weapons and class setups for COD World War II. Just bear in mind that this obviously is the beta and things will probably change in the main release of the game. I'd fully expect to see submachine guns probably being nerfed a little bit because they're just a little bit too powerful at the moment, or we'll see the automatic rifles, the assault rifles in effect, and the LMGs buffed a little bit. Because with the small maps and basically they're SMG heavy, you know, you can just run around. However, what are my favourite weapons? Well, my main three weapons that I use are the STG-44 assault rifle, the Type 100 submachine gun, and the Lewis gun. I mainly use the Lewis gun on the war game mode, and the other two for other stuff. So on smaller maps, or where I'm trying really hard, and in fact I've had my best games in terms of killing lots of people with the Type 100, and I've had my best games where I've had the biggest difference in score between deaths and losses, so the biggest contribution to my team I've had with the STG-44 assault rifle, because I'm playing slower, because you can't really, well, you can rush around but it's not as effective. So let's start with the STG-44. When I'm playing World War II COD with this one, I'm almost playing it like Rainbow Six Siege. You know, I'm creeping around, I'm checking my corners, I'm getting people at long range. But in order to compete with the SMGs, I have the infantry division. The infantry division gives you the rifle bayonet, which I don't use very much. Move faster while aiming down sight. So in effect, you can strafe side to side quicker, and an additional primary attachment on my gun. So that means I can have rapid fire, so the STG-44 can compete with SMGs. I have the grip, not the quick draw grip, just the ordinary grip, so it's stable when I'm firing, aiming down sights. And I have the full metal jacket FMJ, so that when people duck behind cover, I've got a chance of shooting them through the cover. Now the reason why I don't use quick draw is I'm very much a walk around, come out of, or sprinter. I'll come out of sprint, go to walk and aim down sights when I'm going around corners. I'm already aim down sights, and then I try and hip fire people if they jump into me. It doesn't always work, but you know, I'm an old guy, my twitch skills aren't that great, and I find that works for me. My basic training that I apply, this kind of perk, is lookout, which gives me a bigger mini-map, which I found is very helpful, so that I can kind of have an idea where my teammates are, so then I can figure out where the enemies will be coming from. And you can see when your teammates are firing, and you get an idea, so you can get a semblance of map control. It's very difficult on these small, very fast moving maps, but I find it helps. Secondary, the P08, because I've just used that. Yeah, I'm sure the 1911 is good too. And my lethal is the frag grenade. There's the S-mine popped up. I haven't used it very often, but you know, the frag grenade. However, if I'm playing war, I will switch to the smoke grenade, which will give me obviously cover for when we're taking the bridge and doing various things. Also, if we're playing war, I'll change out from lookout to bang. That way, if you equip the bang's basic training perk, you can have a frag grenade and a smoke grenade, which is very good, because you know, mini-map in war, well, you really know where the enemies are going to be coming from anyway. So that's the SG-44, and then my SMG, the Type 100. And what I do with this baby is I put full metal jacket on, so it will shoot through walls. I put a grip on, so it's more stable when I'm aiming down sights, and it's a pretty stable gun anyway. And I put advanced rifling to give it that extra little bit of range. And I found this weapon it suits my playstyle very much, because again, I'm aiming down sights, and if people duck behind cover, I can get them with the FMG, and it stays stable with the grip. And I had my top result in terms of being top of the list, top of the league table with this, in TDM on Argonne Forest. Again, infantry division, you can strafe faster, you get extra attachment. Basic training, lookout again, and if I was playing war, I'll top it out to bang, so I could have a frag and a smoke grenade. I don't really use a sniper rifle very often. When I have, it's been fun in war, for example. It's good fun to use. So I've just got the carabin, and I've put full metal jacket, so if people hide behind walls, I can shoot them with the wall, and the ballistic calibration. I don't need the optics. I'm fairly happy with that. Extended mags, not really. Rapid fire, it fires pretty fast anyway. So they're the two on that. I've got bang set up because basically I'd only ever use a sniper rifle in the war mode in the beta, so it's good. I haven't used the shotgun much at all, so no point talking about that. And then I really like using an LMG. I think it's probably a holdover from using things like the MG15 in Battlefield 1, and I like the Lewis gun. So what we've got here is kind of a bit of a war setup, a defensive war setup. So I like the Lewis gun. And then what I put on it is rapid fire, because it's a little bit slow firing, but rapid fire so it can really pump out the bullets, and that helps you compete with the assault rifles and the SMGs if you bump into them up close. Extended mags, because again the mags aren't that big. If you think in Battlefield 1 with something like the MG15 suppressive, you have 200 rounds in it. This thing, as standard, has 47 rounds in the magazine. I think when you put the extended mag on, I think it goes up to 70, so that's better. Full metal jacket to be able to shoot through walls. Now hustle, what the hustle basic training perk gives you is the ability to reload faster. Now it doesn't make that much difference on the SMGs and the assault rifles because they reload pretty quick in here, but the LMGs, gosh, the reload time is horrendous. It's about 5-6 seconds, but put hustle on it and it reduces it significantly. Again, I'm using the infantry infantry division because that gives me the perk of being able to move from side to side while aim down sights faster, and it gives me that extra attachment. Let's have a look at what else have we got. Score streaks. Molotov cocktail, because it's easy to earn. It's only 300 points, and they're quite fun to use, and they're basically an instant kill. If you see somebody and you lob a Molotov cocktail at them, they're dead. You can also use it to deny area. You get 2, and you can use it, put it away, and then get the other one out a little bit later on, which is great. So on these small maps, fantastic. Recon aircraft, because again it's a cheap one to get, and it's useful. You get lots of points for when other people are shooting while you've got the recon aircraft up, and then the glide bomb, which I haven't got very often. When I have, I've had a few kills with it. The artillery seems very well. I only earned it once, I think, in the whole of the beta, but when I did, I think I got about 4 kills with it. I must have chosen the spawn point on the map. What else? I haven't had to go with the fighter pilot, but they're easy ones to earn. I suppose I should really have to go with the care package, but I haven't. Right, so is that everything? We've talked about my class setup, we talked about, yeah, so that's it. So, just to go over it again, so my favourite weapons are definitely the Type 100 SMG with full metal jacket, grip and advanced rifling, and the SG-TG 44 with rapid fire, the grip and full metal jacket, the infantry division, and the basic training being look at. Okay, so that's enough for me. Put what your classes have been in the beta down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. You want to see more things, press subscribe. I will see you again soon. Thank you very, very much.